I'm always amazed that every time the district, LAUSD, comes out with figures on deficit, it keeps growing.
You don't buy it, though?
No, we don't buy it. We don't buy the numbers that they're putting out. Also, we've been told that there's been massive cuts to bureaucracy. And while I want to believe the superintendent, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a balance sheet. I don't know what's been cut. We've been told that outside consultants have been cut, but I haven't seen the balance sheet, so I don't know.
The reason I push you on the deficit is that, I mean, the state deficit's growing, the county deficit's growing, the city deficit's growing. But let's focus, though, on teacher layoffs, because that's what impacts parents and students every day. Do you believe that the 3,000 plus or minus number is too high in terms of layoffs?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, our forensic accountants and our experts tell us that there is enough stimulus money this year and next year with deeper cuts to the bureaucracy, the proper use of Title I and Title II money. We could save every teacher's job. We could keep class sizes low
let's talk
at the levels they are this year and hire everyone back.
Right. Let's talk about stimulus, because as we understand it, stimulus dollars are coming, and they're meant for the next 2 years.
Yes.
The union has advocated that the majority of that money be spent this year to save the teachers this year, whereas the district says we need to spread it out over the 2 years.
For the coming year, what we're talking about.
The coming year.
09, 10, and 10, 11.
But
no, what the district is trying to do is create a 3-year budget with 2-year money. And we're saying that the federal government's guidelines, the president and Congress were very clear. This stimulus money is to be used to stimulate the economy, to save jobs and create jobs. I would suggest to the school district that laying off 3,000 teachers who pay rent, who pay mortgages, who put food on the table, they're part of the stimulus package.
Clearly.
And they need to keep working. It affects parents, because if we keep class sizes as high as they are and we lay these teachers off, then their children's class sizes are going to skyrocket.
Well, we
that's
see
not
it.
Good.
I mean, we see it. K through 3 to go up 20 to 24, 4th and 5th,
We also
29 to
see
31.
other school districts that have used the stimulus money properly, and they haven't laid anyone off. And they're all over the state.
Let me throw something at you. I read this article recently. I was fascinated by it. There are some districts around the country, even here in California, they're talking about going to a 4-day school week to save money. What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's a sad commentary on our society and our times that whenever there is a budget crunch, it's always teachers, health and human service professionals, public workers that get the shaft. And eventually, when you do that, it's the society that gets the shaft because you lose services.
But let's talk about, let's get more specific. I'm just interested. I don't know.
Yeah.
The argument goes that you extend the day of over those 4 days, so they get as much learning in per se, but you save money because there's not that 5th day.
Well, the problem with that is when you're talking about human beings, young children, extending the day oftentimes is the worst thing you can do because they get to a saturation point and the learning process simply does not work. You have to break the learning process up so that there's time to relax within the day. We have lunch, we have nutrition. Students, particularly middle school, for instance, where I taught and was a dean.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember.
It's difficult.
Duffy,
you can't keep kids there for 8 hours.
Thanks for joining us. For Local Edition,
learn.
I'm Brad Pomerantz.